Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope everybody stay healthy and comfy like we are. So this weekend we're going to Midland, Texas, and of course going home after this show. Y'all have no idea how excited I am right now because after being away from home 5 weeks later, I'm really missing my dog and my 2 cats for death. Usually we will stay for one more night and rest a bit before we go to our next show. But well, now I'm just like so in a rush and can't wait any second once we're done. I just basically need to get home ASAP, period. Alright, after another 20 hours of driving, we're now finally arrived at Midland. And I cannot believe how perfect the weather is today. Since we're back to Texas, so I kind of like prepare for the usual Texas weather, you know? Especially Midland usually should be more dry and hot than other cities. Yet, out of our expectations, the weather was just perfection, you know? Although the wind was kind of strong and could cause a little trouble here, but consider it's Midland, what could we possibly ask for more, you know? I would rather be blown away by the wind than melted by the heat. And I can assure you all the Texans will agree with me on this point. As usual, we also arrived a bit early as we could, and we're so glad that we actually did arrive early because there was a mistake made by the organizer. So the artist who's next to us is supposed to get 2 connecting sites, and that's what he asked for and paid for. And the organizer forgot this fact, so they had to take our site to make it into a connecting site. So there's only 2 sets left. One's number 16, which is the one that we got eventually. The other one was a tiny site that's at the back of the show and the location sucks. So they told us it would be first come first pick. And of course we gotta pick the one that's at a better spot. Anyway, it's a whole mess. Gladly we are here early so we get to pick and choose. So, well, a little tips from us, always arrive early as you can and try not to be late for any occasion. Okay, now you guys have seen the layout for this art fair. It's pretty much the same as our usual layout, except we switched some of our small paintings and tried to make everything looking fresh and clean. This was also a 3 days, well, technically 2.5 days because this show opened at Friday night, so it's just half day, you know. Anyways, we have participated this Midland Art Fair 3 years in a row now, and we're honestly really glad to be part of this show for 3 years because people from here are sweet and nice, and this show was also close to home, which could save us some expenses, you know. And since it's so windy that weekend, you actually cannot feel hot anymore, especially at night. It's kind of like cold, and believe it or not, I almost caught a cold Friday night. So, well, I think the fall is actually coming, even for Texas. Well, enough about the weather. Let's talk more about the show. This art show used to be pretty good art show for us. Enough at this time though. And we actually won a 2nd place last year when it still had jury event going on, but they sure cancelled that event this year, unfortunately. I think it's because they switched the main member who's on board. I'm not sure how things worked, but I am pretty sure I'm seeing new faces this year. And that sort of explains the mistake they made for assigning sites too. And this also kind of caused less people being attracted to the show too. And the influence won't be the same as usual, and I'm pretty sure everybody's still getting used to how our show works. And the numbers of artists and booths have been shrunk down immensely too. It used to be at least more than 150 artists who want to participate, but now it's barely even 100 artists showed up this year. So it's definitely a shame, and the least wanted thing that anybody wants to see. Still, we did end up sold 2 medium-sized paintings gladly, so we are fine with it. We definitely do have high hopes for this show too, because we did this show before and we know how it used to be and supposed to be. So with this comparison, this show wasn't the perfect show either. But since we're going home after this show, I really don't mind at all. In fact, I think nothing could bother me at this point. The teardown and loadout process was so far the fastest one. I'm just really desperate. Alright, you guys know what time it is. It's time to going home, finally. And our next show will be at Houston. It's a local show called Bio Art Festival. Thank you for following with us during our little journey. Please leave a subscribe, like, or comment down below, and we'll see y'all next time.